Well, good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from the great state of Maine. Welcome to my channel today. We're a couple of weeks away from Christmas. We started to get a little snow here in the state. Still waiting for things to freeze up. I'm down here at the dock. I finished up putting in my dock this morning. Well, this is going to wrap up today's video as far as putting in the dock. I just got 50 feet of dock put in at least. It brought me out beyond the cattails and back here to hard ground. So the next thing to do is get the snow dog down here once it freezes up out there and run over those cattails. Get a good base going for the snowmobile trail, snow dog trail. Once we get a little bit of snow, I can come down here and flatten it out good and have a really good trail for getting out onto the ice. And that opens up so much country. So much country once the ice is here. I live on a lake. Actually, I live on a stream that runs into the lake. But I say I live on a lake because I can enter the stream and then I can enter the lake. So that opens up the lake as well as this swamp that's behind me. Which for my lifestyle that's gone on since I was a little boy, you couldn't have put me in any better of a spot 40 some odd years ago. $40 years ago, I bought this piece of property for $3,500. $15 a week. That's what we paid for it. But so much more than this. It's only 3.5 acres. But because it's located on this stream, I got a big swamp here behind me. I can canoe roughly 5 miles before I start getting into serious problems as far as running out of water. Deer hunting back here has been phenomenal. Over the years, I've taken a lot of bucks out of here. A lot of does. Equal, I would say. The fishing's always been great. It's a hellacious place for ducks. There is a pile of duck hunters that come in here. Also trappers fish trapping for muskrat. This place it's not trapped as hard as it was 40 years ago. 40 years ago there was a half a dozen muskrat trappers in here. Now I don't believe there's any. But I want this dock in because I'm still playing with my grandson. Trapping is all new to the East Grand Woodsman. But I want my grandson, I'm really doing it for him. I want to get him fired up about it because that's the kind of boy he is. And I think muskrat trapping for him might be fast action. When he goes and checks a trap, he'll have a muskrat. And I will have something for the pot. So that'll work out great. He'll get a muskrat and I'll get supper. So there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I've got a series. I don't know if this is number 4, number 5. I almost think it's number 4. I got a series on buying property in the state of Maine. Them deals can still be had. Don't let anybody convince you that they cannot be had, because they can be. Are you going to have to do a little legwork? Of course. But that's all right. Do some legwork. Talk to some people. Nothing against realtors and realty. But I'm not sure if they really get what campland is or what a traditional hunter is looking for. The backlands probably won't end up on the for sale page. So you've got to get out and do some legwork. What does that mean? It means go talk to some people. You know, get yourself a Maine atlas and start traveling the country up here. Start traveling the back roads. Sometimes you'll see a for sale sign by owner. Stop and talk. You know, especially if it's just plain land or a phone number. The more harder it is to get to, the easier the negotiations will be. That's how I come across Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek, if you guys want to follow that series, I know most of you have and done it. I have a playlist in there on building Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek was traded for a boat. 5 acres beside I traded for the boat. There was 10 acres that came for the boat, which is really land I really couldn't build on. It's all swamp grass. It's all swale grass. The whole 10 acres. So I really needed to purchase there was a 5 acre lot right beside the 10 acres that I had traded. The least that someone can say is no. That's the worst thing they can say is no. So I found out who owned the 5 acres. I contacted them. We wheeled and we dealed and we negotiated. And I ended up buying the 5 acres for $5,000. So for the year, now that would have been in 2020. 2021 probably. I'd have to go back and look. It was either 2020 or 2021. I've got my 3rd deer hunting season over there, so it was probably 21, because I didn't finish the cabin until late fall. But even in 2021, I was able to purchase 5 acres of property for $1,000 an acre. So those deals can be done. So, you know, don't think that they can't, because they can. It's just a matter of putting in the legwork, putting in some time. You know, I don't want to spend a lot of money on land. I'm still in the old day prices. So I have sticker shock a lot. But they're still out there. You just got to get out and hunt for them. So I think that's what, you know, this is going to be part of that series. So you want to buy a piece of Maine property. I get those comments all the time. All I'm telling you is it can be done. You don't have to pay $1 million. If you go to the tourist areas, of course you're going to pay a lot. But get out there with that Maine atlas and travel the roads. Figure out where you want to buy. And then start trying to find out if there's some backland for sale. Stuff that just has a right-of-way to it. If you don't mind traveling by 4-wheeler to get to your property. Stuff like that. You know, right-of-ways, stuff like that. It can be done, so don't let anybody discourage you. I think that's what I want to say in this video. Don't let anybody discourage you. I hear over and over and over and over again, land in Maine is getting expensive. Land in Maine is getting expensive. It depends on where you're looking. Depends on where you're looking. when I bought the rustic log cabin, there were several other deals that I was looking at the same time. And each and every one of them had its pros, its cons, and each and every one of them was dirt cheap. I looked at 17 acres for, I think it was $6,000. Swampland, but that's all right. You only need an acre for dry land. You only need an acre for dry land, you know, to get a cabin in. And the only way into it, the 17 acres, was by four-wheeler. But it was 17 acres of property, is my point. 17 acres of property surrounded by a great big swamp. You are in deer country if you're looking for deer land. And that's what I have over at Beaver Creek. So if you're looking for deer country and deer land, start looking at those pieces of property. And you can find them online as well. That's how I found that 17 acres. It was online, and it was just an ad. You know, you got to get through everything that's expensive to find the stuff that no one else wants. But that's kind of, you know, when I look for a piece of property, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the piece of property that no one else wants. Two reasons. It's cheap land, and it's where the deer hang out. You cannot get into a swamp without getting into some of the very best deer country the state of Maine has to offer. As a deer hunter, that's the very best advice that I can give you as a deer hunter. Hunt the swamps, find a swamp, work it out so you can put a building in there. It doesn't need to be much of a building. And then have fun with it. And there are areas in the state of Maine that is still doable. But right now, I am sitting down here looking out over the swamp. I have already done a video for you guys. This is a beautiful place in the state of Maine to sit on a snowy afternoon and enjoy a great cup of coffee. Well, Doug did it. There's no lean-to here, Doug. But it's a great place to have a cup of coffee now, isn't it? Edmund, I'm sure you're tied right up with your garage. I've seen a lot of videos of you building your garage. You have built one beautiful garage. Then we got Ron. He's been making pies. Holy smokes, has he been making pies. Throw me a bone, would you? Reach over and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up if you like today's video, and I will see you in the next one. So anyways, that's it on this one, number 4, I think it is. Buying a piece of property in the state of Maine. Have a cup of coffee with me, and I'll see you in the next one.